Okay. Welcome to the show. Bass and Bonsai in the house, not out on the water. We're out on the water all weekend. Still have tons of video footage to edit. I'm still working on the one from the weekend before last, the Sunday. I've got that one to get out and try to get it out by tomorrow. You guys will be able to watch it, and I'll talk about some of this unboxing, what happened this last weekend, and some of the baits we were catching them on. But if you guys can get out there, let me just put it to you this way. Jerk baits and rattle traps is what the main focus is on. But this, we finally got in our huge shipment from AliExpress that's mainly soft plastics but some other stuff. So I'm going to jump right into it. I got to get this done because I got to go to the gym. So here has nothing to do with soft plastics. Here are the cork knobs. If you guys remember right, I've talked about these. I've unboxed them before. I got another, couple sets to put together, and I will go ahead and probably, if you guys remember, I kind of put these on my Dremel and just kind of take this off, make them just a touch smaller. They're just a little more comfortable in my opinion. But like I said, I probably do that right off the bat. I may put them on a reel and see if I like them like that or not. So anyway, that was one thing. Okay, before I box any more, open these packages, I wanted to shout out real quick, before I forget, you guys know how I am, I ramble on, and also Jesse and his dog, I had to ban that guy. He kind of tried to come on our comments and he's wanting to dog me, saying I just keep rambling on. Yeah, so what? If you're familiar with the channel, welcome to Bass and Bonsai. So, running down the channel, which that's fine. You can take your own opinion, but take it somewhere else. But then he tried to come on here and he was putting in the comments, hey guys, I ordered one of those. He's talking about the Arise reel. I'll put out a proper video on it. So basically he's just trying to push himself, basically to get some of you guys to go over to his channel, which is fine. If you guys want to look him up, Jesse and his dog, have at it. But that douchebag is not welcome here at Bass and Bonsai. I've had to ban a few people. Yeah, I know some of you are like, oh, big whoop, you really hurt him. No, but you know what I mean. Some of them, if you guys remember Olivia and Javier and stuff, they're kind of making some racial jokes, basically. So I had to kick those guys off of, you basically just block them from, they can't see what I'm putting out unless they started a new deal, that kind of deal. So I don't really have any tolerance for that. If you come on there and say, yeah, you like Shimano's or don't, and you think, that I'm wrong for left, right-handed reel and all that kind of stuff, but when you're coming on like intentionally dogging somebody's channel, dude, that ain't right. You guys know, we talk about the reel test, we kind of back and forth, in fun, basically. We make comments about other people, but this is Bass and Bonsai. We're allowed to do that. I'm not sitting there personally, and I wouldn't go on his thing and like, dude, you don't know what you're talking about. That thing sucks. That's his opinion. If he doesn't think it sucks, it doesn't suck to him. But you know what I mean? That kind of deal. So as I say that, the Arise reel that I've talked about, Charles has it now. Jay is the one recommended it to me. I did it in shootouts. I don't think it's as good as the Zillion, but it's cheaper. I don't think it's as good as the Bantam, but it's still cheaper. It's on sale right now. You go to AliExpress. You can track down, and I don't remember the exact link. I just kind of saw it, and I may get one, but mine was as cheap as $108. They're having a sale right now on AliExpress. So I found it for put it in your cart and put it like in checkout and see what it says. But mine was as cheap as $108 for the Arise reel. That's like almost $20 cheaper than I originally paid for the first one, and it was on sale. So I can highly recommend that reel for $108. It's worth that. Do I need it? I don't need it. Do I want it? I don't know. I should buy one, but I don't know. And then also, now I think they were out, or you couldn't get the dual spool, but the Acura reel, if you like the shallow spool on the Acura, that reel with the shallow spool, I want to say is as cheap as $55 or $60 right now. And so I don't have all the links. You guys just have to do your own searching on AliExpress. But the Arise and the Acura, you can track down a real cheap. And there's a bunch of other stuff on sale. It's at like buy $30, get $4 off thing. So, and then some of these places, once that pops up, they mark their stuff a little lower just to, give you extra, even more incentive to jump on there. And I don't know how all those sales things work. I just know when I put it in my cart and it shows that price, that's what I have to pay. and a lot of stuff's real cheap on AliExpress right now. It's like 5 more days of it. So if you're just watching this video, what is the date today? March 7th maybe? So like March probably 12th, it'll be over with 2023. But the Arise is worth getting. The Accurate for that price, I don't need anymore. I've already got 2. I sold 2 actually. I just got rid of. I had 4. I went nuts with them. Awesome reels, Accurates, and the Arise. But then I'm debating. They've got. You guys remember we got the Salamander off AliExpress. You can also get the Zillion 10, which is the older Zillion frame, but it's the black one with all the cool blue on it. That thing is like, after taxes and everything, I want to say is 100, or not 100, $256. Cheaper than anywhere. You can't get it on Digitaka for that. You can't get it used on eBay for that in a right-handed. You can get it left-handed. It's kind of around that price. But if you guys are thinking about a Zillion 10, it's very cheap there also. And, you know, look at other reels. Just search, put in the exact name of the reel, see which different stores have the NOB mark prices off. There's a lot of stuff. Oh, yeah. Man, I can't make myself go on and buy them because I like kind of the knobs like these, right? But the Mega Bass knobs are on there now for like $25 a pair. So they were like 40, 38, 40. I was going to buy 4 sets of them just to have. You know, it was going to cost $101 for 4 pair of the Mega Bass Hyper Cork knobs. And they're well worth that. Any of you guys thinking about getting those if you've got... and they go pretty much with any of your... You know, if you've got a Daiwa reel, whether it be an old Alphas, old Zillion, the new Zillions, the new Stees, and you still like that style. So anyway, and there's a bunch of stuff. I may remember something and just blurt it out because that's what I do here. So let's continue unboxing because did I mention I have to go to the gym? Let's get my knife. I know I don't save any. I used to save all these in case I wanted to ship something else, but I kind of got past all that. I got so much stuff coming in and out. So let's go to number 2. I'll try to package up my trash as I go so I can get it gone. So I don't come home to a mess when I come home from the gym. What do I have? Oh, here's another set that I plan on. I think these were like $9 for the pair. Now they're way too big for what I wanted. I know, we're going to get to soft plastics. If you came for soft plastics, just wait. And then we're going to get to the lipless. I've also got a Tacklewarehouse order that finally came in. And I hate to dog Tacklewarehouse because I guess they're still pretty good, but dude, they're nothing like they used to be for shipment. For shipping. Tacklewarehouse, I used to order it on Sunday night or Monday, and I'd usually have it by the next Friday. So anyway, as you can see, these are bigger, but they're that good. It's hard to find a black camo type pattern knob. They're just out on AliExpress. So I bought these in hopes, and they come with the actual shaft and all, which I won't use that. But I'm hoping to smooth these down and get them like the shape of, I have a set here somewhere. Basically trying to get everything to get looking similar to that, right? I like that feel the best. So I'll put those on my Dremel because that is way too big for what I want, but I like that pattern. It looks real cool. And that's the only way I could find it were in this size. But it was like $9 for both. So if these come out looking right, they'll probably go on my Stees. Or I might buy another Stees Limited. You never know about me. But if they come out working and looking right, I'll probably get another, at least one more pair of those. Alright, continuing on. Without further ado, let's keep going. I got a bunch of stuff to get out of here in a short amount of time. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Come on. So Charles, I don't know if he'll watch this video, and he's supposed to be tracking me down. He had an awesome jerkbait. Here's another set. How do I keep... I'm not even trying to grab these knobs all at once, and that's what I've been grabbing. Now here's a set already that shape in these little black ones. So that's what I originally was set out to try. I was like, I'll put those on the Steeds. But I actually like the idea of having a little camo type thing over just a solid black. But some of you guys may like these better. These were like $9 a pair, something like that. Those are awesome little knobs too. Alright, let's keep going. Somewhere there's soft plastics. Somewhere behind me, oh here they are. I was just going with smaller to bigger packages. This is still not, I can feel what this is. Hang on. I know, look, wow, that looks gaudy, right? So I ordered that just for the handle, not the knobs. Those are the nastiest looking knobs. Some of you guys may like something like that. They look like they're going to be hard as a rock. But this, because of the TD Ito, that gold handle, I swear the gold is faded, and I just thought maybe a brighter gold. And that is in the exact shape of that aluminum silver one I have. I like that style. It looks nice. So I figured I'd get this to try, and I just need to make sure that these do pop off. And I guess I'll show you guys that in case you have spotted that and you're curious yourself, like, well, will those things even come off, or are they that cheap? Oh my god. And I'm not worried about saving these black things. They're just plastic. Wow, that... Dude, I'm going to have to tear that off because it's just pulling... The one time the Chinese used glue, they glued these things on probably. This device is made for that. Come on. Come on. I think they glued them on. That is not coming off. There we go. Jesus. Okay, so yeah. No, these are actually just a good rubber. They probably don't feel bad. They look, to my mind, they look ridiculous. I just wanted to show you guys, and so I'll know real quick too if they, yeah, those are, you got spacers and bearings. So for the price, you can't beat, oh, 2 bearings. And they're the, I think they may be the thin ones. I think they're the regular thick ones. Daiwa style. So basically, yeah, you get 6 bearings and this handle. Now I believe the regular Daiwa, I don't know if I got one, if you guys were wanting these for Daiwa. I believe the regular Daiwa is what will fit right on and be fine. That's just no funky when I try to make light. So yeah, we won't go any further with that. But if you've got you don't even really have to be a Daiwa. If you've got a Daiwa that you know are Daiwa style knobs, and you wouldn't mind like a bright gold handle, you thought about getting one that was cheap. Like I think this was $7.50. I caught on sale, maybe $9, but I want to say it was like $7.50. Worth that for what I'm going to do with it. Let's keep going. I still don't think I'm on soft plastics yet. We are 12 minutes. Oh my god. Okay, finally. If you guys remember right, I decided to order some of these because what did they send me? Those are way too clear. In the packaging, I believe the Rise Reel I was talking about came with the package of those crazy kind of chartreuse ones, and so I thought those are pretty good, but I wanted to get white, and those are kind of white but kind of clear. Those are probably the real, pretty clear water, just that translucent kind of white color, and then of course black and blue. You can never go wrong with black and blue. So kind of just a fancy, TRD, right? Put them on a Ned head, throw them around. I believe, I think weren't those last text? I don't know. We ain't got time to check. Let's keep going. But those are pretty good. Let's get another small package. We haven't even got to the big bulk of the soft plastic baits. This is, I don't even know what this is, to tell you the truth. It's a Water Boy. Oh yeah, this is a... That color looks pretty good. Almost yellow, but like a bone. Rattletrap, right? Just that matte finish. Close to ½ ounce size, I think, in weight. Waterboy Lure. Quality tackle. I want to say this was like $3, something like that. Could have used you last week, buddy. We'd seen how you work. But that should be a decent little bait. I just got it to try. Alright, let's keep going. Anybody comment 7 of you guys watching? Jack Dobson, ahoy captain. Love the BFS vids from the UK. Yeah, I got to get out. We got to do more BFS, but me and Charles are just on this, I don't know what kick you call it. I'm on the kick, and Charles is just following along. Kind of just, I don't even know what you call the kick I'm on right at the moment. I guess I'm just kind of fine-tuning my regular bass fishing, because the BFS we've done for the last couple years in a row, really. So I like that color. That color looks real good. That color, I don't know about. I don't know though. I'll try them, but I almost wish they were like some were all pink and some were all purple or a little different. But then that color's not bad. This color really I like. It speaks to me. I like that color. These we'll try, but these are and I got these because of Brew Tank. He sent me that crappie magnet deal with the white ones. I'm like, well, I want to get a couple other colors just to try that finesse-y, you know, BFS-y stuff. Those will go with those baits over there. So we're still on little BFS type soft plastics. We got regular ones too, though. And I will, if you guys can't find or want to know where any of this is, I can share the link. Probably won't be right now, because as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to take off to the gym, but sometime tonight, tomorrow. And then these are, yeah, here's, I don't even know why I got another one of these. I already have several of these, and Charles was actually catching, I think his only chatterbait fish came on that color, and he had some real cool, and I'll try to share you the link I'll get with Charles. We went to that convention deal, if you guys remember right, and we got on the, I bought the Lose deal, and I was showing you the different old school reels and stuff. I bought the Lose rod. Charles bought a Abu Garcia reel. But anyway, we another bait to make soft plastic company was there, and Charles bought some of their craws, and one of the colors they had in the craws like matches up real good with that. Just kind of that muted orange, and Charles had that on the back and caught a fish, and it looks good together. So I'm gonna pick me up a set. So at some point I'll probably share that with you guys. But here are these little bitty, and you'll be seeing in an upcoming video, I bought the 16th ounce to try. And it's about like that one. And those little suckers, they flat out work. Cause so here's a regular size, basically 3/8 half-ounce chatterbait, and there's a little like 16th ounce, or your what would be your micros and minis from Z-Man. But you can get them real cheap for a couple bucks through AliExpress now also. And I put just a small Meredith bait swim bait, like kind of the what I call the baby bass color, kind of white translucent bottom with a green top, swim bait on, and bam, caught a couple fish on one right off the bat. First time really fishing it. So I got some of those just to kind of improve on my chatterbait arsenal. I'm still not sure why I bought that one. I don't know. When they're $2 a chatterbait, it's like hard to not just click and buy a bunch, right? Even though you know you don't need them. All right, moving along. We're going to get to some soft plastics here shortly. I got, oh man, just hate it when that little piece of paper or plastic gets that static and ink come off of your fingers. Okay, what do we have here? What is behind bag number however many long? Oh wow, those are smaller than I thought they'd be. Jesus criminy. These are, I did not think I was getting that small. Those are little like keitech knockoffs basically that are like crazy micro. Like these are little bitty. There is like a TRD Ned size bait, and look at those little dudes compared to them. Maybe awesome for little creeks and streams, even for like trout and stuff. But those little dudes, I just got a few different colors to try out. I thought these were going to be more like those TRD size, you know me, when I get my millimeters all out of whack. Well, those are cool though. They're like those little Lunker Hunt, was it Lunker Hunt crawls I've got that, so they'll have a place, but they'll probably go in that strictly BFS only. So here's the size I thought I was getting little, and then I thought I was getting bigger ones. These are close to the keitech ones I already have. Now these guys colors are a touch off, but they should work certain times. That's not a bad color. So I'm just going to try these. Now they're supposed to be, let me open up one. See if they smell. Oh man, there's a nasty smell coming out of those. I don't even want to touch one. Oh God, I gotta touch one. I gotta wash my hands before I go to the gym. I'm gonna stink before I can get to the gym. So yeah, they're a Lastech style. So you put one of those little dudes on, they're not like the keitechs, like you lose them. So you'll need to cut the, separate those out. And they probably won't swim quite like a keitech. But these should be awesome for little BFS stuff. You put those on a small little crappie jig, swim around, small little jig of some sort. That's still little. That is very little. Let's... Ugh, they smell. They should work good. I bet they're going to work awesome. This little dude... Where's that one color that... Oh, let's pull out one of these. A little probably easier to see. Make sure they're a Lastech type. So they come in this little tray that kind of helps keep them from getting smushed. Let me just pull one out. Come here. Get over here. Look how little that is. That is little bitty. I guess I should show you. Here's my beat up penny. That penny's been around. So that's how small. The body is about the length of a penny. Should be able to put those suckers on and just tear up some little fish, and then just one bait should last a long time. So it's kind of cool. Got those. I don't have any room in my tackle boxes for any of this stuff. Alright, let's move these out of the way. Still on that verge of that's kind of BFS stuff, but you could, kind of finesse regular bass fish with these. You put that on, I think they're still too short for my shaky head, but you can rig it up on a couple different deals. And then Charlie Brewer, I don't have any, I need to buy some. Charlie Brewer makes, like these little, like weedless swim heads for the little, Charlie Brewer, oh shoot, whatever those baits are called. I can't even think of the name off the top of my head. I'm in such a hurry over here. And of course there's all kinds of different jig heads you can get, whether it be on AliExpress or just at your local tackle store. Let's get this thing open. Here we go to the... Oh my God. This thing is like wrapped around 5 times. Hang on. Now this thing is like wrapped. I just cut this one off. So yeah, I cut that off, and it's still just completely sealed up. They double wrapped it. Now these we should be getting into bigger, regular bass style baits, I hope. Oh my God, how many did I order? You guys know they were cheap if I ordered this many of them. Right? That probably suck. What are they? Oh. Why did I double? I didn't order double. Did they send me double? I definitely know I wouldn't have ordered 2 packages of the same bait just to try. Dude, what did they do to me? There are 3 black and blues. Okay. No, don't. Talk to you later. This color, did they send me 3 of everything? I did not order 3 of everything. I would have only ordered 1. So yeah, I think they sent me 3 of every color, and I only ordered 1 to try out. That's why that packaging was so big. So anyway, these are basically, if you guys remember right, I ordered those other baits that I cut down. These are basically the same thing, but I thought they're supposed to be elastic also. I don't know. Maybe they sent me the wrong. Okay, those are not elastic. What did they send me? So these will tear. They feel fairly decent. They don't really, they smell bad, but not like in a fish smell. It's just a plastic. But these should have a time and place, maybe. Get out on a little bit, couple foot visibility, darker part time of the day, that color right there could tear them up. All right, I don't know why. I guess I should check it. I don't think they charged me more, but I could. Trust me, I did not order 3 packs of each color just to try out. These are like baits I've never ordered from them, so I know I didn't do that. I don't know what happened there, but we got a whole bunch. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. What time is it anyways? Anybody know? Anybody? Somebody? What time does it say? Okay, I gotta be going here shortly. I gotta get through this stuff. And either tonight or tomorrow, I'm gonna be looking forward to a video talking about sacrificial baits. Kind of like that guy. Baits that you'll sacrifice due to either price or they just don't work that great, but you know they will work. Just kind of throw out in like no man's land, the point of no return where they may not make it back kind of deal. And so I'll talk about that a little bit and further on how we did on the weekend. So I got these, and these just looked good. The overall shapes look pretty good. And I want to say, I just got a couple more naturally kind of colors. Let me pull one out just to look at it. So yeah, just that, kind of like the, oh, maybe I got different sizes. Because yeah, these are little. I must have got some each size. So let me bring out the other size. So kind of a BFS and regular, because these look good to me. So I got a couple different sizes. Right, but just like that good bait. I mean, I may try them on the back of a chatterbait also, just to see how they do. Maybe even knock one of the pinchers off or whatever, because these were fairly cheap. But just another one of those baits that looked pretty good, and I figured it was time to at least give them a shot, right? So I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna have a mess to clean up when I get home. Let me get to this one, then we'll get to the other stuff. I still gotta go to the gym and Chipotle, right? Gym, Chipotle, chill. I gotta do it. So then these are some of the ones that I'm hoping I really like, because these guys are supposed to be those kind of style that kind of float and flutter down through. So yeah, those look pretty good too. Actually I like all these colors. These right here, those are Meredith baits, and I've had decent luck with the swim baits, but these right here seem like a little touch like better quality, just glancing at the packaging, the overall colors. But the Merediths are good. There's nothing wrong with them. If you guys can't tell, this is one of my favorite colors. That I call it, I think the first bait I ever had in this color, they called it Summer Craw, and a lot of people do, but then there's also a few other names for it. But basically like that green pumpkin, and then with that chartreusey tail. Now, I don't know how well these will work when you get to the right, the brand that actually started these. You rig that up, and then it's just supposed to kind of, the way this is designed to flutter, the way these kind of kick, it kind of flutters down almost in a kicking motion as it flutters, and then it can also kind of float like almost like a Cinco Wacky Rig style kind of thing. But anyway, I figured I'd try these out. I'd never tried anything quite that shape. So I figured I'd get a few colors, try out, kind of improve on my soft plastics game. And these guys aren't I don't think they're supposed to be. No, I knew these weren't Elastec. I thought those other ones were, but maybe I knew they weren't. I don't remember. So that's it. That is our soft plastics that I'm already overloaded with soft plastics. I just wanted to get a few to try. But I definitely, these, I like this color. This looks good. That color looks cool. I'd like to have some swim baits in that color. That color looks real good. I have to check out this company, see if they have, what other baits they have, because their colors, I like their colors. Just a green pumpkin. I don't know if they say the name on them. Or the name of the color, I don't see it on it. I don't know what you call that, but that's not a bad color. That color looks good. That's a good, like, blue gilly type imitation. I have no idea what these would do on the back of like a swim jig kind of deal. Might try them on the back of a chatterbait. Who knows? Got enough of them to try them whichever way I want to. All right. Now, let's cancel the gym. Girl, what are you talking about? I'm going to... I started to say fat A-double-F. But I'm not really fat. I'm just big boned, right, Grandma? No, my grandma... Both my grandmas are passed, by the way. So don't be talking about my grandma. But she said I was big boned. And Maury said that was a lie. He didn't need a lie detector test to tell. So anyway, this right here, oh, it's a beauty. Look inside. Oh, Tacklewarehouse, we love you. Except we wish you could get the baits to us faster. So I'm just going to bring them out. Here's Charles's bait. I ordered Charles one of these. Dude, that thing is huge. Charles, these things are huge. We got to go striper fishing. That is a Quake 80 in a crackle crawl. But the crackle don't crackle in the crawl, Charles. That's what I was telling you. They've changed it up a little bit. So, but it's still a good color. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to have the crackle. The colors are all there. So we got, and don't worry, Charles, if one of them crackles more than the other, I'm keeping it and you ain't getting it. So there's another Quake 80 somewhere in here. So here's another one, and then this one does have just a touch more crackle to it. See that? That's mine, Charles. Here's yours. Charles got the non-crackle formula. So I got two Quake 80s. One is for Charles. Definitely the one without the as much crackle. But that kind of goes to show you, it won't matter. That should not make one bit of difference, but you see how the quality control when you're putting out baits, color-wise anyway, on some of these companies. Like, honestly, back in the day, it was on, like, when all these baits we were getting made in the USA stuff, it was like, boom. You ordered the color, or you went to a tackle store, and you go through, and, like, it was good. Now, it's kind of hit or miss. You may get a good solid batch, they're all the same, and then all of a sudden they come lighter or they come darker, and there's like no quality. They just push them out. They know that the stuff's off somewhat. I've seen it from Strike King, Booyah, you know, all these companies. But I would honestly say Strike King is probably one of the best at their stuff is that color. But we don't care, right? Because we don't like Strike King. Well, they got good stuff, but I've always, in my mind, I know somebody's going to be sitting there dogging me because I dog Strike King. I always find a bait I like better from another brand than I do a Strike King brand. No offense. I just always end up usually doing that. So let's stick with the 6 cent stuff. So, and I'll show you the difference right now. Let me get them turned around so I can see here. So I got also myself, and Charles bought me another one. No, I had Charles buy me two. Now, Charles, this is a darker color. I guess I could go get mine that Charles bought me and showed. So here is the Quake 70, and you guys notice how that is almost like a darker. There's more red. Definitely has more crackle to it. So here's the difference. This is what Charles was catching his on. Now here's the Quake 80. That's Charles's, by the way. Hardly no crackle. But see how the colors are there, but they're definitely not like in the same unison, the same amount. Like this one has way more orange up higher, goes further back. This one's more red. So I guess you guys, you know, do you guys get that picky? I mean, technically, I probably shouldn't, but you know me, I do. But I do like that color, and these are all they'll all work. It doesn't matter if they're off a little bit, if they got the crackle or not. But since while we're on the crackle, I went ahead and I crackled out. Right? You cannot crack. Have you guys ever crackled out? Well, I did. So I ordered. You guys know me and how I am with square bills. I'm always looking for that perfect square bill. So I got the Crush 50S Silent. Basically, I call that a 1.5 size square bill in the crackle crawl. Colors very close. And then I also got a Curve 55. A little deeper bait in that crackle crawl color. Should work, should be awesome. So then sticking with 6 cents, but going away from the crackle crawl. That's all the crackle. You guys can't take any more crackle today. I went ahead and I got the Quake 70 in this color. This color looked good to me. I don't even remember what color the name of it is. Where does it say? It says somewhere on it. Shad Surge, if you guys can read that. Well, if it would focus. So, Shad Surge, Quake 70. I believe it's got orange on the belly. Same kind of blue as what these... so the blue is about the same. But then and see how that rainbowy like colors. So it's kind of a silver, whitish. It kind of has all the color. This should be good. This color should work. I know I like these Quake 70s, how they narrow up. That color, it was like the next best one. I was like, that between this, and then maybe a true solid white one, whitish colored, or with a little bit of chartreuse. Like, that's some of my favorite colors. So then, I'm not done. I heard Matt Steffen and a few of these other guys. Of course, we've always heard all the Strike King guys talking about that new, I don't remember the name of their bait, but I saw that dude, and I was like, I'm going to try it. Just that shallow-lipped looking, run it through, real shallow, grassy, kind of a square billy type deal, right? And that color spoke to me. I just was like, yeah, you know, a little bluegill swimming through the grass. It says it dives 2 to 5 feet. It's a ½ ounce, 60 millimeter. And that's their bluegilla, right? Cool name, cool color, bluegilla. So I thought I'd try it out instead of trying the Strike King version. Strike King makes 2 different sizes. I think these guys do too. I want the smaller one. I'm like ½ ounce and 3/8 ounce chatterbaits, and then, you know, same thing with spinner baits. But then on most of my shallow running square bills type baits, I just like small, or like a wiggle wart style. I always feel like I get more bites with the smaller ones, yet a bigger one will still whack that thing. Just, that's me and how I fish kind of thing. We're not done. Now, once you guys know I've had the luck, and we're getting ready to get to LV500s. I was having luck with the LV500 was like ridiculous. The very first outing, first cast to like the 6th or 7th, somewhere in there. I actually cast way away from where we had been catching them, and then I kind of broke the jinx stick kind of deal. Caught that many bass right in a row in cold 41, 42 degree water. Never have I ever caught that many bass cast after cast after cast without, you know, having to reel back in and cast out again. Like, it just brought in fish in that degree of water, and I thought, man, it's got to be something to do with, you know, the combination. I know some people say, well, just the fact where you were in the time, and any of this, you know, rattle traps in that crawl type color probably would have done the same thing. I don't think so. There's definitely something to that bait when you're jigging it, yo-yoing it off the bottom. But I spotted this bait, the Duke 65, and this thing, as I bring out, I'll show you the exact bait I had that I lost, is this dude, Lucky Craft, right? LV500. The Duke 65, I figured I would try because it is close to the same size, and this is a heavy bait also. So probably not any other time, but like the times where we were at and we're jigging or yo-yoing something off the bottom, and you want that extra, you know, it gets down, like I think it's how fast it drops back down to the bottom is what helps trigger the strikes. We're basically triggering strikes that day. and this thing just was doing it better than any. And that's T.O. Craw, and it was on sale. I think it's still on sale for like 13 bucks on a Tacklewarehouse. Love that bait. Threw it off like a half hour later. No, it was nuts. But so this Duke, let me see if I can find the specs for you here. Duke 65. That's in boiled crawfish color. They did not have this in crackle craw, unfortunately, or trust me, I would have ordered it. But in all honesty, it is. It's not far off. Like if this is getting bit, this probably will get bit also. But if this is dropping down quicker and that's what they want, it'll probably get bit over that color. And it could be just a matter of day, and the color may not even matter because they are almost identical colors, other than this one isn't a crackle or have the blue on the top. But should be a very good color. I'm trying to, yeah, 5/8. It's only 2 inches and 5/8 of an ounce. So let's just open this one up. Then I got to end this deal. I got to get out of here. I got to get to the gym. So the 6 cents Duke. Oh my God. I'm hoping it's going to be an awesome bait. I'm going to get some trash over there. Oh, I got Tacklewarehouse sticker. Can't forget it. You guys ever seen a Tacklewarehouse sticker? Oh wait, yeah. If you've ordered from Tacklewarehouse, you've seen one of their stickers. So let's get the Duke out. Let's make some room for the Duke. And let's break out. Oh, here's the other one. So I got the LV500 in the color that, and I thought I liked this better in the pictures, but I'll be honest, in person, the T.O. Craw is, well, you know what? This is a more yellowish bottom, like on my, I do like this one better in person. I'm not a fan of the black. I would prefer if it was like this, but the colors, I actually like that yellow belly over this orange because this is kind of closer to the booyah Hardknocker color. So I definitely like that color. But these, either one, they should work in unison. Like one shouldn't really be much better than the other. I would say if I was in murkier water or deeper water, then yeah, this one maybe. So I'm going to try to make room here to show you a couple comparisons side by sides out, and then shake them and all that. Let me open this one too, and then I gotta go. Seriously, I gotta go. I got all this mess cleaned up. I still gotta edit a video, try to get it done tonight. Supposed to go to the movies tomorrow, see Creed 2. So yeah, there's a better shot of the colors. LV Max 500. You guys hear that? Oh boy, way more subtle. I honestly wish it was louder, but there could be a time. Now, I probably won't fish it all next weekend, but then the next weekend I will be trying. Just that bite's probably already going to be gone. They're probably moving up shallow because this week we caught a few kind of doing it the same way as the videos you've seen, but the little dinks had moved up to the banks like closer. So they were actually catching them on the little wiggle wart style cranks, just on worms, and then fishing kind of just a regular, like the Quake 70s, and then the booyah Hardknocker, because I didn't even have an LV500. You know, just kind of casting, reeling, and popping them, not really just yo-yoing or jigging. They weren't near as many on bottom out in that 12, 14, 20 foot of water as there were before. So the bites changed a little bit. But you can still use these are still good for just casting them out and reeling them back, right? Let's break out one of these big dogs. I just want to look at this thing. I'm going to break out mine. Charles, I'm leaving yours in the package. Here's mine. Quake 80. This dude is, I think it's about the size of the booyah Hardknocker. And then I got to get out of here. Seriously, we got to keep this video short, but hang on, don't go anywhere. Follow the sound of the rattle. We got to get out my hang on, don't go anywhere. Coming right back at you live. All right, hang on, I got to open up my stuff here. So I just want to show you. Here are the two crackle craws that Charles picked me up. I don't know if you guys can make out how crackly they are. So they are way different than the... Jesus. So there's the difference between a Quake 70. Doesn't look like a big difference, but it's kind of a big difference. Quake 70, Quake 80. And you see how they've lost, they're not near as crackly, and I don't know if these have been sitting down at Everhart's for a while, and so they're taking out some of the crackle. They've still got the crackle pattern, but not as much as the ones that Charles was picking up. So we're going to compare the big sizes. So here's my, oh my god, I'm going to compare. That's a Strike King Red Eye Shad 3/4 ounce. They are roughly the same size. So the Quake 80. But I want to say, I guess I should weigh them. And then here's the Quake 80 compared to my Booyah Hardknocker. That is a good color right there. Let me turn them sideways. I should have these hooks all tied up. So it's a little bit bigger. I knew I was going to have this issue. A little bit bigger. And we call it big or almost bigger. The Red Eye Shad are roughly the same size. The Red Eye Shad has kind of a more of a... Dude, weighed. What did I do with the packaging? Quake 80, 7/8 of an ounce. So it weighs 7/8 and 3/4. So when you add that up, you're basically 3/4 would be 6/8, and this should weigh just a touch more than these. Hang on. Oh my god, those Booyah Hardknockers come with sharp hooks. I call those very close. That's different. I'm shaking them sideways, not up and down. Kind of how I call the Quake 80 and the Booyah. I call them closer in sound than the Red Eye Shad, in my opinion. Awesome baits. These, that bite's probably gone and I won't need them till next year, but no, we'll use them somewhere. There's really no wrong time. Like if I get out there and I feel like they've moved down for whatever reason, due to pressure, due to fishing pressure in the sky, due to whatever reason, a lot of times I'll go to a rattletrap over, instead of going up, if I'm throwing chatterbait things. But look at that. Those colors are that's very close. Actually, I like that color. Looks a little more intense. I like this one maybe a touch better, but I don't like the pattern better. Probably doesn't matter. I like this pattern is closer to the Booyah Hardknocker, the teal crawl, but then it has orange. That's what I was talking about. So I like that crawl pattern, but I like these colors. So I think I'm gonna really like this bait. So for those of you, the Booyah Hardknocker is not going anywhere. In out there fishing, the 2 or 3 weeks in a row, and one week we had the LV500 for that. Oh, this does have a different top too. I just now noticed that the tops are different. That's more like a crackle top. Not that part may not even matter. So yeah, I like that. Which color? What color was that? I don't even remember. Let me look. Spring crawl. So we got the teal crawl and then the spring crawl. So the spring crawl is my favorite color in the LV500. backed right up. I can't knock this one. That color, the T.O. Craw, is the one that tore them up that day, 5 or 6 in a row. But both these should do about the same, but just my preference, because that Booyah Hardknocker is my favorite color, or the old Excalibur Toledo Gold. Love that color. But then this color is probably the coolest of all of them. I kind of wish they would make this with some yellow on. I think that yellow sometimes can play a little factor. It doesn't need to be that brighter orange. As the more we go to where out of the spring, it's like the red and the oranges, but sometimes that I don't know. Anyway, but this one did manage a few fish. But out of all of them, you guys have probably seen, I still think that my pick for bottom bouncing, yo-yoing, deeper fishing, I have to agree that with just kind of the census on what a lot of people say, the LV500 can't be beat. Can the Duke do it? I doubt it, but I think it's too quiet. But for more subtle times, you never know. But I haven't fished it yet. But I would put this still right with it, but better than the other baits we tried. Then the Quake 70, didn't try the 80 with the 3/4 ounce side by side, but I would put that 70 kind of right with the Booyah, in my opinion. But then the Strike King, I just don't know. Like I mentioned, Strike King, I always feel there's baits or several baits. I know they'll catch fish, but I always feel I can find a bait or two I like over a Strike King option, in my opinion. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's a wrap. I got a bunch of stuff to put up. Probably not going to even happen tonight. I'm going to go to the gym, do my thing, and then get all this stuff organized. Charles, yours has no... Oh, yeah, it does have a little sign of crackling going on, Charles. That's what you get. Now, Charles is supposed to be picking me up. He's got a chatterbait in this certain color that I could not find. And it's a Z-Man, but it's a hand-tied skirt. But it looks like the Z-Man original with the hand-tied skirt. So I don't know if it's a custom, an elite. It's not a custom. It's either an elite or some other variant that I'd never seen, like maybe came from Everhart's or whatever, but he's supposed to be picking me up a couple of those because it is an awesome color and works. And then, yeah, he's got a jerkbait also. I think he got it at Walmart, probably a fairly cheap jerkbait that was working real good right with the, we were doing the World Minnow. It was a little too shallow water to get the that good Elegy bone color that I really like, and then the Vision 110 Junior Plus One. But the World Minnow, and then that cheap, it was kind of a square bill jerkbait. If you guys know what I'm talking about, Megabass makes them, and some companies also. So it's got like a square bill, but it's a jerkbait, and his is just a 2-hook jerkbait. It's a little smaller, but man, that thing was working. It had good color, and it was working pretty good. And me and Charles do a little different jerkbait. I'm kind of what I consider traditional. A lot of people tell you, and Charles, I'm kind of like a jerk. I jerk it, and Charles more like a kind of a twitch, but it was working. So anyway, look at all of those. A bunch of rattling going on, right? So I'm going to get out of here, keep this under an hour, but I did want to mention the Tackle Closet. If you guys remember, right, I got this bait in a Hardknocker, and then I got another 1-knocker. I was supposed to get 2 Hardknockers. They instantly came back and said that, because I told them, I was like, dude, I ordered 2 Hardknockers. I got a 1-knocker in there. I was like, they instantly came right back and said, oh, well, they realized that they were just out of Hardknockers, and somebody put a 1-knocker in there because they were out of the Hardknockers. So he's like, I can do that. Or he said he had, they call it a unicorn. They had a XR50 in the Toledo Gold of the older Excalibur. They'd still come across somehow if he could send me that. But before I had time to answer him, they were going to a tournament. So they just refunded me. It was like $22 for the 2. Because, I had to, by the time you pay shipping and then taxes on eBay now, these were $8-9 a piece, but it was going to be like $22. So $11 a piece. So they refunded me my money, never even mentioned to send them back the baits or nothing. you know, apologize for jacking up the order or whatever. So anyway, stand up placed, the tackle closet. If you guys go on there, and they sell a bunch of different other things. Good, and there's nothing wrong with the one I got. I just didn't want. I wanted two of these because these are getting harder to find. But I think we found a replacement. They're just more money. So I'm hoping that I'm really liking, and I think I will, these, because like I talked about, I don't think the Quake 70 will replace my 3/4 ounce Booyah Hardknocker, but this Quake 80 might. I may just have to try it, and I may have to track down a way to get that color yellow on one of these baits, just at maybe a little on the belly, or you know, here and there or whatever, and then just try that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Go get your jerk baits and rattle traps, red rattle traps. Jerk baits can kind of be just that part doesn't really matter. You definitely don't need a red. You want to imitate either bluegill or some kind of bait fish on those. And then I'm anxious to get this guy out and give him a shot. I like that color. So any questions, put them down below. I'll try to answer them when I get a chance. I really like this color. Let's get this one out of the package. Now I know, then I got to go. We're going to keep it. We're still got a couple minutes before an hour. You got, my videos are always long. And then Jesse and his dog want to be like, dude, all he does is beat around the bush. Dude, I'm answering questions that the world didn't ask yet. Right? Yeah. I'm answering them before they ask them. Let's compare. Wow, that's a world of difference between, where did it go? So here, that's a Quake 70, Quake 80. Holy Jesus, that is a whole, let me make sure, where's my other bait? Here's the ones Charles brought me. That sounds weird. Does that sound the same to you? Yeah, they're close, but man, they sound kind of quiet compared to these big dogs up here. Yeah, that's not only the size, they got a more pronounced, like, louder. But I've always, last couple years when I started using Booyah 3/4 ounce Hardknockers instead of 1/2 ounce Excalibur baits, I feel my rattle trap game picked up over, you know, just kind of primarily throwing 1/2 ounces over the years, and mainly rattle traps. And once I got into Excaliburs, they didn't really up the game that much. Once I got into these bigger baits, wasn't even really bigger bass, it's just more bass and bigger bass at times, but the little dinks will tear up these. It's not that big of a bait. That one's kind of bigger, but the 3/4 ounce Booyah Hardknocker is not that big. Like comparing it to the LV500, that is almost identical colors, like almost identical. It is just a little bit longer. I mean, it's got a bigger presence, I guess, because it's deeper, got a big old belly on it, but it's not that much bigger of a bait. But the biggest thing, I think, even over the fact these are heavier and they drop faster, but I think they make more noise as they drop than these littler baits. That LV500 has a, you know, it is roughly, it's a little bit longer than the Quake 70 by about as much as the Booyahs are longer than it, but it's still a touch, they're almost the same size that way, but it's just a louder bait. It's heavier and louder. There's more of a presence in the water, basically, in a small bait. So it's like gets their attention but doesn't intimidate, I think, on some of the bites. But let's compare while we're comparing. I know, then I'm gonna get out of here. Seriously, guys. Seriously! Seriously! I'm being serious. Oh my god, get out of there. So, a bait that I tried that I'm not going to buy any more of, other than they make this in a bonsai color. The Arushi shad from Spro. just not as impressed with this bait. We caught a few and that kind of thing. I put it behind a Strike King, no lie. In all honesty, I'd have more confidence taking that Strike King bait out 3/4 ounce and doing what we were doing, or just fishing around over this guy at the moment. Sorry, but they do make it in a bonsai color that I'll probably buy one just because we're bass and bonsai, right? So there is like my favorite bait back in the day, other than it was an Excalibur. But it was just a 1/2 ounce in Toledo Gold and a couple other colors I like. So let's compare it. I think it's a touch lighter. Dude, this is a subtle. Maybe it's intended to be that way, so it's more bait fishy, not crawdaddy. I don't know. I think it'll work, but it's pretty muted. Oh, you guys tell me what you think. I think this is louder. That's louder. Yeah, this is the loudest. This is probably next. Booyah Hardknocker in a 1/2 ounce. Ah! Let's compare this bait while we're just comparing, and then I'm going to talk about it and then get out of here. Yeah, it's kind of quieter. Anyway, that's that cheap AliExpress couple dollar bait. This dude did me right. We went to that pit that we got skunked at last year, or no, the year before. We didn't even hit it last year. Year before last, if you guys remember, I got skunked like almost twice. We went, I think I caught one bass out of that pit on 2 trips. We went Sunday, me and Charles, and hit it, and this bait right here was like redemption for me. I was kind of using it like a sacrifice bait, but anyway, I threw it, and I caught a limit of bass, 4 of them on this one. And then I managed, once I started deciding to throw it, since I knew I had 3 of these, I bought one, you know, and Charles bought me, or had gotten me 2 for me. So I knew I could kind of sacrifice one if I wanted to. But yeah, I got my limit 4 on this one and 1 on this, and we didn't catch no other bass. Charles managed a crappie on something else. Maybe it was a lipless also. But yeah, that place just sucks for whatever reason. And that's the place that I went on a tear with this, that video I just put out. When I put out the Booyah Hardknocker video, you saw me just trying to put an outro together and just repeatedly, same place. Now I didn't even throw this. I'm like, I'm not chancing. There's so much wood around that place. But I started throwing this, and I did start catching them because I was like, I'll sacrifice this bait. So anyway, these aren't bad baits. AliExpress, couple dollars. That's what, you know, if you just want to get some to try it, maybe you're like, I don't really even throw rattle traps that much, Charlie, I don't want to mess with it. Well, go on AliExpress. I've shared the link when I unbox these. They've got several colors. These baits do work. I haven't caught a ton of fish, but I do catch fish on them. They do get bit. So yeah. Where'd our new one go? Let's just compare it while we're comparing. So honestly, this dude looks more like streamlined, kind of like an LV500. Yeah, look at that. Now he's got this little top fin deal. But he's kind of got that skinny and long look to him. About the same size. I can't remember what this dude weighs though. Not as loud, but dude, this thing sounds good. This is going to be an awesome bait. Compare colors. So I got like a bony, almost yellow, pretty bright white, and then this dude with the kind of holographic, flashy, with a little bit of orange belly. What do you guys think? I think I definitely maybe have picked up my there for a while I couldn't keep a 1/2 ounce white rattle trap style bait. Here's it's probably the only color I really like in Strike King. I like that oyster color. And then there's like a bone, that crackle booyah color. And then this color is like a total different one, but it may have its time and place with that little yellowish hue to it. Kind of like Beyond Bone color. And then we got our just white AliExpress one, and then that dude. Definitely got options on that, like white, kind of chromy color. And I've got some others around, but yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Get out, go bass and bonsai. Whatever you do, make sure you have fun doing it. I gotta go. I gotta get to the gym.